as we were leaving, I made a little vow to Uncle Dick in my heart, and I knew that the experience was so profound that I had to do something with it. And I said, I promise I'm going to do something with this to honor you. Write a song or something. And right then, this nut, it didn't fall out of a tree. It was like it was thrown at 80 miles an hour and hit me in the head. And we all laughed. I looked up. I said, okay, Uncle Dick, I promise, I really will. So we went home, and Chris and I wrote this song with our friend Steve Brooks. And I thought that was it. And then a few months later, a gentleman who was going to come hear us perform was looking at our website. And he saw the photos of my uncle's grave. And his father had also served here at Holton and Halesburg. And he had created a film about his father's time in World War II. So we had a lot of relationships with everyone here in this area. And he wrote to me and said, I think I can maybe find out something about your uncle. And within the next few days, we started communicating with Buzz and Harold and Rod and Nigel, and we found out about this memorial that our family had no idea about. And they started sending us pictures and information, and the story just unfolded in this way that none of us anticipated. And one of the most meaningful things for us was to communicate with Joan Hunting, who's here today. She was working in that village shop when the plane crashed. And she and Kenny Gilbert's father, Kenny Gilbert, his son, is here today. They were the first ones there at the scene. And to be able to read to my father, who's still alive, who's almost 92, and I was able to read to him her letter describing how peaceful my uncle lived in the plane. He was gone, but he was totally peaceful, and that she went across the street and said prayers for him and cried the first tears for him, and it was hard to describe how meaningful it was. Fifth of February, 1944, an airman's plane came crashing, shook the ocean floor. Upon the plains of England, he sleeps beneath his name. Never saw the falls of Niagara again. His father worked the city desk each day. He read the list. He print for all the families of the boys who would be missed. He read one name a second time and walked 10 blocks alone, telling his wife her baby boy would not be coming home. Rest your head, fallen hero, over on that foreign shore. May you wear the wings of angels as you walk the wings of war. Of October, 60 years have passed. The fleet of marble crosses floats on a sea of grass. I've come to find my uncle, his name is hard to see, till they rub it with some sand from the beach at New Orleans. wish that my grandparents would stand by my side. They never came to Cambridge, the water was too wide. Our name will rest forever upon this field of stone. But in my heart, my uncle is finally coming home. Rest your head, fallen hero, over on that foreign shore. May you wear the wings of angels as you walk the wings of war. May you wear the wings of angels as you walk the wings of war.
All of you, everybody involved. It's really been emotional for us. Our family was fortunate enough to learn about this. Roger Phillips' family doesn't yet know. We haven't been able to find them, but believe me, our search will continue. But on behalf of the Phillips family, we'd also like to thank you for dedicating this to Roger Phillips as well. They were both such fine young men, and it was a tragedy that you have not allowed to be forgotten. And for that, we're very grateful. But this gentleman, as Christine said, John also served with my uncle, and this was given to my grandmother 2 years after his death, probably a little more than that, but so apparently it stayed with him through the loss of his dear friend, and it was really very touching, and we thought you'd enjoy it. To Dick, when day is done and work is through, when I have washed and dined, when twilight steals across skies blue, I get you on my mind. When silvery crops the air would split with thunderous sound and roar, how happily through the clouds we flit, how we would climb and soar. They tell me that those days are gone, but this I must confide. You see, I'm never quite alone. You are always by my side. How straight you stood in line that day when we received our wings. How were we to know you'd pay so dearly for those things? I remember well that cold, bleak day on England's eastern shore. The great commander took you away from all the hate and war. Perhaps he saw the silvery sheen of your wings as you did fly. He was thrilled to see a soul so clean, cavorting through the sky. He probably looked the whole world round till his eyes came to rest on you. He probably said, "At last I found."